Hello, all my YouTube fans. How are you today? Well, thank you for tuning in today's blog. If you're wondering what I'm doing today, well, I would like to talk to you about a desktop e-machine refurbished computer I have on my dresser. And I want to try to upgrade it to Windows 10, but it is not compatible. It doesn't support Windows 10 because it's a 7-year-old computer and the hardware is completely out of date. You can't really find the drivers for it. And I did do this experiment with a small laptop hard drive. I can put Windows 7 back onto it, but Microsoft has 2 more years of support of Windows 7. And I'm going to show you some of the different hardware and the old stuff and showing you why it does not work with Windows 10. It is a 32-bit operating system. That's it. It used to be a Windows Vista machine, but upgraded to Windows 7. I've been having a lot of issues and stuff. If you want to know what the processor is a AMD Athlon 64 2-core processor. I will show you the specs on it and stuff like that. I'm going to turn it off and we're going to show you. Here is the desktop computer up and running on my 32-inch television. If you're curious on why I have a little laptop drive sticking out on the side, I was actually doing this experiment with trying to clean install Windows 7. What I really wanted to do was to put a 500 gigabyte drive into it by taking out the 320, but that's not going to work because you're also going to need a key and license and stuff for that to be able to make it work properly. But yes, this is a very old system if you're curious of what it is. But you know what Windows 7 is, but that's all what this computer is. It's just a generic type of computer of a e-machine system refurbished from Best Buy, but we're going to go ahead and get a little closer for you can see the specs, and it's not much on this drive. The drive is only 60 gigabytes. Let's go. Here is some of the specs of the old e-machine desktop computer. If you're really curious of what the processor is, and the processor is right here. This is an AMD Athlon core processor. I don't know what that even means. I'm not really a good computer expert, but I know how to use stuff and think around. RAM uses, also operating system is 32-bit version. Of course, that's just my name and everything else. It seems to work pretty okay for the age of being a 7-year-old computer. But you know what, we're going to do a little bit more testing and stuff. But I do apologize. I wish I can actually get this computer with Windows 10. But oh well, it's just not going to work here. Now, of course, I'm going to minimize this so you guys can kind of see what the drive is actually on this computer. Now you can see it's not that big. This is only a 60 gigabyte drive. Okay? That's the operating system installed perfectly fine on this mechanical drive. Alright, let's get into the specs of the machine, and I'm just going to go ahead and turn this machine off. Alright, here is the side of the case, and we're going to show you the specs of the machine. Alright, there is all the information about this old Windows PC. Now remember, it does not have Windows Vista. It has Windows 7 on. Now if we kind of slowly pan over here, you can see what's actual inside of the unit. Now, also, I'm not 100% sure on what half of this means, but I can tell you what most of it is. We have a AMD processor, NVIDIA graphics, DVD rewritable drive, 320 hard drive, 3 gigs of RAM, and a 15-in-1 card reader. And of course, there's the eMachine logo, and that is the model. This is the inside of this old AMD computer, and we're going to get you a little closer look in a couple minutes here. Give me a second. If you're curious on what type of hard drive I was using, this is just a standard laptop standard drive. Alright, you can see it's a Seagate. If it were focus, well, it's a 60 gigabyte mechanical drive. This is what I was using as a secondary operating system. Now, if you can kind of notice, I still have my original drive in here. Now, of course, what I wanted to do, it's not going to be able to work. But yeah, it's just a standard laptop drive, and doesn't quite fit because it's not the right size. Uh-oh. But it's a little too small for this computer, and the gigabytes are just too small as well. Alright, let's get you a bit of a closer look of the unit itself. Well, I think it's now time to take a look at the inside of this old style case of a old style eMachine built with Windows Vista, but upgraded to Windows 7 from 7 years ago. And let's go ahead and take a look at the different types of hardware this computer originally came with. And first start off with the generic style power supply. Okay, and there it is. I don't know what you can see up there. That's about it though. Let's go in a little deeper for you guys can see. Now there's your CPU and also your RAM and some other different connectors on the bottom. I really don't know what that orange connector is for, but I know what half of these are. Down here is my wireless card, USB 3, and a standard modem as well. Don't really need that. This case does not have HD audio, and of course over here is your video processing chip, I guess, for NVIDIA. This is a SATA 2 connection. SATA 2. A little deeper in for you. Very nice, well built machine. Let me add some light for you can kind of see. Alright, so there you go. I added a fan to it. But yeah, it does have the old school duties. Alright, here is the traditional mechanical drive. It's inside of this cage caddy here. Of course, you can add 2 drives, but you gotta make sure you have operating system on one drive and use a different drive for storage. Now, on this side of the computer, let me get a little light for you guys can kind of see inside it out. There is where the CD-ROM is, and also the card reader as well. Of course, this does not have a place to put a floppy. Now we pin them down a little bit. There's the different connections. A pretty standard, basic computer. A very cheap system as well. I saw it was well built back in the day, but that's okay. Here is the back of the computer. Just a generic style power supply. Now if anybody is curious on what Windows this has, there it is. There's the little key if you're curious. Good luck trying to figure out that. just a standard system. I think it's a neat little unit for its age, but not compatible with Windows 10. Oh, there you go. I've shown you kind of the inside and the outside of the computer, and I kind of showed you the different types of hard drives you can use inside of it. But sadly, this is the last operating system I can put on this old desktop computer. Sadly, it's no longer going to be supported in 2 more years. Windows 7. But you know what? I'm not going to get rid of this case or anything like that. Maybe in the future, maybe I can upgrade some of the components inside of this machine. But again, it's just going to cost way too much and everything else. You carry this on what the front looks like. Just a standard, your power switch, your card reader, the DVD ROM, 2-bay drives, USB 2.0, headphone and mic, and that's about it for this whole year. I mean, it's no longer going to be any use now, because now it's just going to be a dead paperweight after 2 years after Microsoft no longer supports the operating system of Windows 7. But you can probably put Windows 10 on it if you truly wanted to. But that's totally up to you. I'm just kind of a tinker kind of person. I'm not really kind of a nerd who wants to get inside and start tearing things apart and just switching out stuff. That would be awesome. Alright, this is about it for this old machine. I'll keep you guys and girls updated what I'm going to plan on doing with this machine. I may end up selling it, or I may end up scrapping the whole thing because there won't probably be any use now. Alright, if you guys are brand new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below if you can install Windows 10 32-bit operating system on a older eMachine desktop. Please like, please share. Peace out, bye guys and girls. We'll hopefully see you in the next vlog. Bye for right now. Catch you later.